If you want to achieve good sports photo, the first thing is to know the sports well, so that you can predict the movement of the players. Compared to other sports, track and field is more predictable, because everyone knows where the athletes are heading to. That enables us to capture the decisive moment more easily. Here are some important reminders for novice photographers. Rule number 1. Use the right equipment. Bring your telephoto lens. Grab the monopod if possible. Otherwise, you won't be able to get the right shots from a distance. Rule number 2. Set up your camera correctly. As you can see, this photo looks dim compared to the previous one. You will always encounter this problem if you don't really understand how the camera works. Most cameras take its reading around the center of the frame. If the center of the image is brighter than the main subject, your subject will be underexposed. There are a few ways to rectify. Either turn up the exposure compensation by 1 to 2 stops, or switch to spot metering to get correct readings from the subject's face. However, since you are shooting outdoor and you can't control the changes in natural light, it's not practical to use spot metering and manual mode, as you might miss the decisive moment while checking the reading. It's advisable to shoot with shutter priority mode while turning up exposure compensation by 1 to 2 stops. As such, you can get an acceptable skin tone as shown here. Rule number 3. Shoot before the action starts. You may have heard this before. If you see the action, you miss it. Make sure to press the shutter before anything starts. Again, shoot in shutter priority mode. That enables you to adjust the shutter speed for fast action in sport events. A speed of 1,000 of a second is good to freeze running actions. Rule number 4. Use different focus mode for different scenarios. If you frame your subject in the center, autofocusing is a good choice, because the AF sensors work well with center subjects. Shooting a moving subject across the frame is a different thing. First, it emphasizes motion instead of the facial expression of the subject. And you better understand the skill in manual focus at this point. Use follow focus skill here, which is good for side-to-side movement. Follow focus works well when camera to subject distance is not changing rapidly, and is good for subjects running across the frame. And if you mark a slower shutter speed, you can achieve blurred background. Another manual focusing skill is called zone focus, where you expect the subject to enter a zone or area. Mark your focus manually at a particular zone, and when the subject enters, take the photo instantly. To shoot a high jump event, for instance, mark your focus on the bar. Shoot continuously before he starts to leap. Rule number 5. Capture the climax in the game. Not every moment is the decisive moment. To put it simply, be patient and keep on shooting. Sooner or later, that moment is going to happen before your eyes. In most cases, the climax is shown on the athlete's facial expression. Rule number 6. Don't check every photo on the LCD, because it will take your eyes off the great moments in the scene.